I heard a lot of comments already this morning of, oh, it's nice to see and feel the rain today.
Yeah, I mean, look, we need it. It's not going to be enough, but we've talked about this, like the amount we would need, we don't want in one day anyway. So
Right.
it's a good start.
So at least pauses things a little bit.
Yes. And actually the latest drought monitor came out this morning at 10:30, so I'll show you that at the end to show you where we were before this rain at least. Yeah.
Great.
Let's have a look at the radar right now, which is showing some decent bands of rain from southwest and northeast, some heavier downpours out towards Freiburg and down to about the Cornish area too, into Gorham, and you can see that's where the heavier rain is. But broadly, we have a good batch of rain out there, better than we've had in a while. We've had fronts come through, certainly, but as far as more consistent precipitation, it's looking a little bit better here. The radar showing more rain off to our south and west, and as I mentioned, an isolated tornado warning there. Looks like just a little bit of a spin up there, but for the most part, what we're looking at is that heavy rain coming in from southwest to northeast. So by later today, we'll see more of that rain finding its way in, and it will get heavier at times through the late afternoon and into the evening. And it looks like the heaviest is around the evening commute, sometime around 5 to 9 o'clock, depending on your location. And the heaviest stuff over down East Maine will be later in the evening. This is 9 o'clock. And then over northern Maine, 10, 11 o'clock. Still raining, likely though, over southern Maine at that point. And then things rapidly wind down after midnight tonight. So that's going to be when things settle down. It's pretty mild. Look at this. This is 1 in the morning, Friday morning, 71 in Portland, 69 in Wiscasset. So it will be quite mild, as will Friday. So after this system, we get kind of a summery day on Friday with temperatures into the upper 70s and even some low 80s by Friday afternoon, and it's going to be pretty nice. So it will be a big swing from, felt like we had fall really knocking on our doorstep last weekend, and then kind of resetting that here Friday and into the weekend. So according to the IBM graph model, we're looking at another inch or so, up to an inch and a half of rain. And we talked over the last few days about how I thought an inch was a good place to kind of start this conversation for how much rain we could get, but there was upside potential of an inch and a half to up to 2 inches. And so it'll come down to where those heavier downpours set up later this afternoon, and that will determine whether or not we're able to get those kind of numbers. But all of this, again, obviously a positive overall. That front moves out. We're in good shape in time for Friday, and the weekend looks good too. There will be some high clouds around Saturday morning as the storm misses to our south, and then things get kind of jumbled and complicated into early next week because of what's going on in the tropics, which we'll discuss in a second. But it does look like this ridge of high pressure will broadly build down across the northeast. So it seems difficult to me, not impossible, but difficult for these tropical systems to make a run at the northeast with this high in place. That could be trouble, though, for the Carolinas, as it will trap storms to the south. So we were quiet for so long. Now we've got a couple of systems out there. Umberto is one of them. That is a tropical storm. And then we have one that hasn't formed yet. This is actually the one that would have a better chance of sneaking under the ridge into the Carolinas. But again, that will play into our weather next week, just as far as precipitation goes, not a direct hit. All right, so here's the drought monitor out 10:30 this morning. It got worse. It expanded the extreme drought area. Severe drought area is still very large. So this is where we were prior to this rain. So we'll see how we do next week. I don't anticipate a big reduction, but maybe we'll be able to just hold that, which would be nice. Looks good on Saturday and Sunday too. I think Sunday is warmer, but there's a few more clouds around. Stays warm into Monday and Tuesday, and then we cool down in a drastic fashion on Wednesday. That's actually just a wind direction shift on Wednesday. There's not really even a front there. We just go from southerly winds to northerly winds, and this time of the year, northerly wind ain't your friend. So that's where we're at. But yeah, rain today, and then not for another probably 6-7 days after this.
Yeah, by the time we wake up tomorrow, everybody's
back to normal.
In the clear.
Yep.
All right, Keith, thank you.